you guys have been watching the Olympics. I stayed up late, maybe too late, and watched Olympics yesterday. Actually, yesterday was a lovely day, but it was the whole Olympics and the fact that there's the Ravelry Olympic, and in my group there's Hellenic Olympic, posting works in progress. We had to do something on the round table for the Olympics. Plus, I'm in the time of year where I do a summer sale. So I decided I would do all these little curated bundles of yarn and name them in honor of women athletes. So it was really fun. In terms of, before I get to the new, let me cover what's up there. So last week I put up a bunch of yarn duos. This is the remainder of them, which means, and they were all like, like there might just be one of these. But what happened was, what I put up last week was really popular. So whenever I could find a second of something, I refreshed the post and made a second. So I have this many left from last week, which is a good thing. But I opened all these last week and showed them all to you last week. One thing I did not mention, and these are my two new colors, we're not that far away from Tour de Fleece, although it has passed. But because people have spun down their stashes, I did put up some sale duos in the category of roving also, and there were several on there. I don't know how many were up there last week. 4, 5, something like that. I don't know. Jenny, what do you think?
I think you're right, somewhere around 4 and 5.
Okay, but so here are two more, and if you're a spinner, you now have a good collection to check out for that as well, because these are extraordinary deals. There's not that many of them, but as you can see, oh man, Jenny, should we walk behind me and go? Right now I'm surrounded by cats, but for the moment I wanted to say I wanted to be surrounded by goats, but there's only 2 and they're sleeping. Oh well, Jumper is awake, but anyway, it is like perfect sleeping weather. It's lovely out here. It's warm, but it's lovely. Okay, so let's go back to our demonstration of why everything is in a bag. Because we have some cats. Anyway, so now I'm going to do, let me open up these little curated duos and explain the different names. I think I'll start with the one trio. And this one was called Triathlon Bronze. Woohoo! Because the United States won, the women athlete won the bronze, which, oh my God, if anybody knows about what it takes to be a triathlete, it's just amazing. So to get the bronze for the world, that's amazing. So I figured these kind of really went together. Some of this is in here, and this is right here. Oh, I turned it at exactly the right point. So I like these 3 together. I would make a shawl out of this, wouldn't you too, Jenny?
Oh, yeah.
Totally. Although, Jenny, you would wear the shawl, not knit the shawl. But that's okay. Hey, I would make the colors. That's what I do, is make the colors for the shawl. Someone else can knit the shawl and Jenny can wear the shawl. Okay, so then this one, this is our first, I don't know why I grabbed this first, but we liked really naming, we were challenged to come up with the name for the equestrian. We knew this color combo spoke to us as the equestrian entry, but we couldn't figure out what to name it, and so we called it Divine Dressage for the women athletes that won, or the one woman athlete who won the gold in the equestrian dressage. And we had to look up what is dressage, even though I have horse-loving family members and friends and knitting friends, and even just recently we saw a demonstration at our fairgrounds in dressage. We still needed a better understanding of it, but so we are really happy about that colorway. Next, this was so cute. Does anybody remember Carissa, seeing her win the surfing when she came in from out of the water, and they had her on the beach and she was jumping up and down, and then they lifted her up and she carried the flag around. It was great. But all of the colors around her were these colors, because they were the beach and the water and the joy of her friends and the other Olympians that were there. So we named this for her. I like these two together. This is a total surfing combo, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Very much a surfing combo. Okay, and then let's see, which one should I open next? Taekwondo.
Yeah.
Taekwondo. Hey, did you know we got the gold in Taekwondo? Women got the gold, or one woman got the gold in Taekwondo. So doesn't this just speak Taekwondo? It does to me. Something about the aesthetic, the sort of modern and yet ancient at the same time, very calming and controlled. Even though this side is controlled and this side is calm, I don't know. There's something about that and yet powerful kind of combo. That all of those sort of poetic images come to mind about Taekwondo. So congratulations, celebrating the women athletes. Oh, and you know what? Oh, maybe I should save this one for last, but I'm opening it now. I'm not saving it for last. I'm not saving it for last. Okay, this one was fun for me. We were looking at, I don't know if you guys saw on television the absolutely beautiful women of the women's basketball who won gold. And when I saw their names, and it was Gray, Plum, Dolson, and Young, I'm like, oh my gosh, I made a yarn for that. Gray, Plum, Dolson, and Young, basketball. I feel like cheering it on. But I mean, I guess that's the feeling of watching the Olympics, is that you really, your heart is there with them. And and the reason that we decided to just champion, not that there aren't amazing and wonderful athletes that are men, we just decided for the moment we wanted to recognize women in sports. So frequently at the college level, high school level, women's sports are underfunded and under-recognized, and so why not immortalize them in some yarn names, and eventually something cool that you guys make. So, but yeah, this just totally, the sort of the gray that came through, I was like, wow, that gray came through. It's in a couple of places. It's also in where the teal happens. There's some gray, taupey gray in with the teal. And Plum, oh my gosh, and Dolson and Young. May you feel forever like the women's basketball team. Next, what's next? This one?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Is anybody asking any questions, or am I just, at the moment, I'm just talking to the universe?
Oh, just pretty yarns and compliments,
Oh, that's good. Okay, I don't mind talking to the universe, because it's funny. Facebook sometimes serves it a lot when I'm exactly live, and sometimes it gets all these views, I don't know, that evening. So I think maybe that's time zones or whatever, but it's okay. I can talk to the universe or to a person. Okay, so we call this one Diving Dreams Duo, which is hard to say fast because there were a lot of sail duos as well. But there's a reason this was the dreamy women of the synchronized diving. So this is for you, those two girls, women. And we just sort of thought that the blue, see like the watery blue colors and the power green, man, I like that combo. I feel like, I don't know if it's true for everyone, and I think people tend to wear a lot of purple and they tend to wear a lot of blue. But to me, green is like a power color. It's very calming and sort of, I don't know, embracing of your life spirit. So I don't know. That's why I sort of thought, that was kind of why I thought it belonged to this diving team. Oh my gosh.
Little rascal.
Jumped up on the table. Again, we have to put everything in the bag. And the last one for today, oh my goodness, I had so much, this is one of my favorite names, I suppose. It's called Ladies of the Swift Sword. And this is for all the women fencing. I think it was just one woman who won fencing gold. And I think there was I think it's called individual foil was the specific class and category in which she won. But I still, we're King Arthur themed and Arthurian literature themed. And I was like, oh, I love this. I would totally wear this. Okay, Jenny is like, Mom, stop making all the funny voices on the live stream. I'm just in a good mood today, and I think this is really pretty. Normally I don't do two specklies together, and this one is actually speckled, and this one is actually, speckled, but they're very softly speckled. So I like them together, and this is in this so clearly. So I really feel like they could be happily knit together. So again, in honor of women's fencing, we're calling this Ladies of the Swift Sword. And I think, can you believe that's all of them? But there's a really good collection. If you combine what we presented, I was so excited when I did as well as I did with the sale. And then I was happy again that I was able to renew some of these. So the sale goes on. This is week 2. And now I have a really nice collection on my website. So you would go to AvalonSpringsFarm.com, and then there's a tab for shopping, and it's like a pull-down menu, and it has all the other yarns that are on my website. That's sort of at the bottom of that drop-down menu is things on sale. So then click on sale, and you will see this entire combo plus more roving.
I'm glad you said that, because we did have a question about that right as you were like, oh, did anyone say anything? And I was like, no. And then someone popped up, and I was like, darn, I missed my chance. So
What did they ask? They asked about where did they go?
Yes, Kathy said hello, and are these combos on your website?
Yay! Yes, they are. Yes, they are. We got up early and we put all the new ones on this morning, and those were on. During this week, we put all those on before our live stream last week. Whew, that was a lot of work. But then throughout the week, as they went out the door, we were able to renew a couple of them. So, yay! All right, everyone. Have loads of fun watching the Olympics. I know those athletes, all of them, men, women, all of the different countries represented. I think they feel our loving spirit supporting them on. I know we're not there in person, but the whole world is with them. Winners, challengers, attempted winners. They're all winners. Whether they medal or they don't, they're winners for going. Yeah. Take care.